Difficulty in video games is a fluctuating idea. What might be easy for one person may be horribly difficult for another, so having adjustable difficulty modes makes the most sense in order to appeal to everyone. But then we arrive at Kingdom Hearts' Critical Mode. Critical Mode in Kingdom Hearts games has been a staple for the series, and it changes with each game. The main idea goes a little something like this. You can only ever get half the normal amount of health, you start the game with a few extra abilities including EXP 0, and enemies in general do a lot more damage. EXP 0 is exactly what it sounds like. You don't gain any experience throughout the entire game. This means extremely helpful abilities like Once More and Second Chance that allow you to stay alive are forever locked off while you have that ability on. In Kingdom Hearts 2, this works a bit better than most because of the bonus system, where each boss will give you a bonus instead of experience. Things like increasing your HP, magic, new abilities, or adding extra armor slots that don't help because you'll die in one hit. However, in the first game, it works a bit differently. You never upgrade anything, so you're always 2 hits away from death. The first hit will take you down to 1 health. The next will just kill you. You can imagine how much fun that is. So, is Critical Mode really fair? Well, to start, no. The game gives you some abilities to work with in the later games, but not nearly enough. No dodging mechanics other than jumping and parrying, no good weapons until at least the third world, and only getting the decent abilities after defeating the bosses that you really need them for. I've been told Kingdom Hearts 3 will have a critical mode available from the start, but if it doesn't have any of the abilities that make gameplay a lot easier, I don't think I'll bother. How will critical mode carry over to 3? It probably won't be nearly as good, and it all comes down to technical limitations. The first set of games were on consoles that weren't nearly as powerful as they are today. The Battle of 1000 Heartless in Kingdom Hearts 2 actually registers all the enemies that aren't near you as part of the background. The thing is, with fights like this, is that you can see attacks coming at you 99% of the time. This made the later portion of the game fair on critical mode, as nearly every time you took damage, it was your fault. I don't think I could say that from what we've seen of Kingdom Hearts 3 as of right now. You have all these super highly rendered graphics on screen that it's hard to see the little attacks that are coming in. And let's say on average that every encounter will have 10 to 15 enemies. Even if you have the max amount of teammates, that's still 5 to 10 enemies left unattended. So what can be done to fix this kind of difficulty gap? New Game Plus. A New Game Plus mode would allow for an EXP 0 run. Simply have the player keep all the abilities and items, but reset their upgrades and level back down to 1. That way, you have a fair experience right from the start of the game. Plus, you could jack up the difficulty of the enemies as well if you really wanted to get crazy. Give players an incentive to play on critical mode, and by extension, EXP 0 other than, I don't know, it'd be hard I guess. Throw in a gold trophy for it, people would go for that kind of thing. But speaking from experience, this game kinda needs to be played on Proud if you want to have any kind of progression through the story. I know that's what I'll be doing.